Hi, what's up, guys? It's Roscoe here, and I'm gonna do a PvP pet battle video. Probably just playing some of these favorites that I've got. Most of them are the same from way back. Um, this is a newer one. This was actually something that I put into a potential tier list. Where just test out teams to see if they're viable, and then also if they can kind of compete with the top level. So yeah, this is one of the teams that's doing alright as well, so fingers crossed. You can get some good matchups. It isn't full AoE, so you're not completely countered by Sandstorm. Still does well. It does really still do well. Yeah, I certainly think the meta now has shifted to probably, if you want to dominate now, you run Sandstorm or you run high health pets. If you're facing pure meta, then that's the way to go. Because beyond that, I guess the normal meta and people who maybe just trying to farm, it's just AoE. It's absolute AoE spam, which is a bit lousy. That's for sure. Yeah, so like I may potentially do a video just discussing the meta strats, because if you're not AoE cleave, the Sandstorm or high health, it's harder to pull off. But yeah, the high health is really strong. Okay. So you'll notice that this add-on is gone from here, mostly because it's really unreliable. Okay, I'll start with this because it gives you the 3v set. Cool. There's a temptation to smoke bomb into that, so they use cooldowns. Okay, that's perfect. So the Sneaky Mama, I want the match up here against the dragon. Okay. Hasn't taken. That's going to be ability locked. I suppose like it's smart to swap out here. The interrupt is pretty useless. Okay. The life exchanges were something I was afraid of there. This rolling. Maybe they life exchange expecting me to drill charge. The root means they just can't swap out, they can't do anything here. So I'm going to swap out. This is a tick of damage. I'd kind of expect like a heal somewhere. Cool. And I will now burst because it's the only opportunity I'm going to have to use it here. Okay. Sweep the Dibbler. what's like 50% health, 49. I think this is the quickest. I think just attacking or not just attacking would have the same result. They get a damage boost though, I suppose. There's no way they win, so. Yeah, Strained is... This has arcane winds, doesn't it? To enable that. Then interrupting gaze would be wasted, I suppose. Okay. So, the meta isn't ridiculously strong. Maybe if winds for that quite high up. Yeah, so this... I'll play this. So this is... It's just a good team. It's a solid team. There's a strategy and tactic with it. It's not meta. It can beat meta stuff, but it's not great. I'd say it's definitely one of my favourite comps, probably. Favourite teams. Yeah, so I haven't kind of recorded or streamed for like a month or two. The kind of the main reason for that is just a bit of kind of getting burnt out, and the new patch not really changing pet battles in maybe a positive way. There's a bit more kind of variance amongst the meta, but it's very much now cleave, and it's the most boring of metas. There's no setup or anything. It's literally just use all these abilities. Anomalous is probably the worst for it, and that's certainly one of the best pets I'd say at the moment. Yeah. The only reason it's probably not really up there is it can be countered quite easily, and the health pool presents an issue. But if you have no counter, you lose. It's as straightforward and as simple as that. Oh, he'll be able to land his interrupt if he starts with that. He has a nice weather for me. The benefit now, once it's up, a little bit extra. If I keep attacking, it'll force the heal. Okay. It should put their racial. I can then get out of here. Yeah, I'll take a small bit more damage. Okay. I mean, it's definitely the heal that's going to come in. There's a damage boost here. I like that that's up. I mean, there's no weather. I mean, it does enable this. It has a Psychic Blast, but I think that's fine. Well, the Imp's not going to get any more increased healing. It's in a good spot, though. It's a nice level there. So, first things first. I need to be wary of this, obviously, with the life exchange. It's fine. This isn't up, so I'm just gonna go for the kill. Yeah, I think this has a slow, doesn't it? Oh no, it doesn't. It just has the damage. Just go straight into it. I think that's the best. It makes use of the weather. They are probably gonna drain power me. Still alright damage. Interesting. I mean, it's really awkward to ability lock stuff, especially if they're bad. Like, I mean, if you're ability locking like a Clutch Sister or a Bone Serpent, you've already likely got a fair amount of damage out. So the value from that pet is much more. There's something that's fairly mediocre, and then you're still barely kind of doing it right. Yeah, this Spine Core is so good. It's been the MVP on this team. I think on a lot of the teams I've been playing it with. It's one of these like low key pets. I mean, obviously he's not going to carry that that. Okay. Magma Raging is the worst. Okay. Okay. It's just staying in now. So that's kind of got the value back for him there. So why didn't Duke that? That was almost telegraphed that was going to happen there. Okay. It's fine. Bit of a crappy use of the heal here. Yeah, having this dart is probably gonna decide the game. My priority against this is to get the dot. Got a low health pool. I can only really see it playing traps here. And it's got the throughput, so. Okay. That's good that that's up then. I don't really care here now. Game's decided already. I do always fear Magma Raging in the trap. Just because it's an ability that can decide a game. Almost regardless of how it's played. It's I think I've said before, it's almost like 2 bits of RNG going against you. and that's it's a lot to take, I suppose. Right, it's something with a critter in. I have that. What do we have? Oh. I'll go with this. So, Anomalous. I've now almost stopped taking toxic fumes completely. And generally, I'm going Protocol, Nova, Corrosion. Because the kind of the burst AoE that delivers is nuts. Especially if you open with Void Nova and maybe into a Corrosion to Protocol, and then by that stage, if you're still alive, you have another Nova to go. But unfortunately, everyone else in my meta has, I suppose, copied that. I think I lose this. I just cannot compete here. There we go. I mean, I could avoid the Nova. I'm going to take damage there. I don't think it's worthwhile. Okay, so where has this put us? This takes weak damage from the dot. I'm slow, but I may be able to do something with the Muck Slug combo. That's fine. Okay. I think this is a win now. Let's try. Just awkward team to play against. Yeah, I hate that type of strategy in meta. It's so like simple. Maybe not that. Cool, and the Q finally pops. And we have here. Okay. I think I definitely want to be sandstorming. Okay, it's decent damage. This guy's strat is always the same. And he seems to be going off piece. Okay. A lot of damage. Because it is 420 anyway. So, this first one's blocks. Questionable, because it actually hit me. Here. That's fine. So that forces the swap. Wicked Soul, maybe. That's gonna hurt, I think. That's the difference between his racial now being possible to take. I need to heal. They're gonna be desperate for that swap. See, that's a big difference. That would have now been his racial gone instead. Okay, wow. I'm literally just taking the hit on this. Do that. Interesting spot. So that miss is obviously haunting me quite badly. Okay. Got the potential to go first. Come on. Cool. That's significantly less damage than what that would have been. Out of range. For this thing, I actually expect it to beat the imp. If him beats me here, I'd be absolutely amazed. Yeah, this guy is in a bad spot. Okay. Good. Awkward team to face. Probably a lot better last expansion. But considering the Imp and the Wicked Soul outpaced my Guarding, which is kind of the pet to carry, still put in performances, loads of dark, or loads of Sandstorm misses. I think how they worked out were fair. I mean, the minefield Duke into this, but then it missed. It was unlucky for them. But then there's a coin toss where they went first. There's also there's a big miss. I think it was on this or this into the mech that just missed, enabling them to not only survive but get such more value out of it. They got a massive amount of value from the mech. Why is it called like a rocket bot? You got so much value out of that through that miss because it let the mech racial stay intact, and then I hit low, I think, so that she's still 5 HP less. I think it's on this right with the weather up, just under the damage required. But passing and then healing, that worked out quite well. Yeah, probably the hardest team, right? Maybe that. Yeah, that's going to be it. I should hopefully be able to get some more content out tomorrow. I might stream. Because obviously I'm stuck at home with the old illnesses and that quarantine going on with COVID. So yeah, I can definitely see myself being able to do something tomorrow. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.